Luke Skywalker is back, baby! And yesterday's episode showed the full power, the full arsenal of a beautiful Jedi Master that we all loved as kids. Again, if you don't tear up during those scenes, then you're not a true Star Wars fan. I'm kidding, of course, we all deal with things emotionally differently, but I definitely teared up. I definitely was just, giddy, beaming with emotion. You can see that during my live streams, and it was just one of those moments that we will really not forget. It is an epic thing that just happened in our lives. We have to appreciate at least that. And thank you, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, for doing that, actually. So enough with emotions. Let's go straight to the Star Wars lore and talk about why yesterday we all saw Moff Gideon practically pee in his pants when he saw a Jedi on those monitors of his, approaching his dark troopers, crushing them one by one, and getting to the bridge. He was scared, he was baffled, and you can see him visibly shake. This was not just a simple shake, he visibly was shook, and that is when he tried to actually off himself and off everybody else. He shot at Bo-Katan too, like it was over. He realized it was over once he saw this Jedi, but did he recognize this Jedi on his screen? Did he know who was coming to his bridge and that there is no chance he would get away with anything now? So for anybody who saw yesterday's episode, you know that Luke Skywalker appeared at the end there, came in, crushed the Dark Troopers, considering how the Mandalorian struggled with only one Dark Trooper, and he barely was lucky to survive and destroy one of them. You might need to reconsider how powerful a Jedi Master really is, and actually, more specifically, Luke Skywalker. Yesterday, he was Legends Luke Skywalker. We know how powerful Legends Luke Skywalker is, guys. Considering that, canon Luke Skywalker has just got up a notch of everybody else, and for Moff Gideon to see his Dark Troopers slice through butter like that was not a very good thing. He had spent a lot of time perfecting those machines to now just become rubble. Moff Gideon has been one of the most crucial and most important characters in the remnant of the Imperials. In the last episode, when Din Djarin approaches the prison complex, opens the chambers where Grogu is being held, and sees Moff Gideon holding a Darksaber to Grogu, basically threatening both of them. The one thing during negotiations, when Moff Gideon pretends to relent to the Mandalorian, telling him to take Grogu and just leave immediately, the one thing he says before that, if you remember, is that he has taken the blood he needed from Grogu, and this will serve in ultimately bringing order back to the galaxy. You know what that means. Security and order were the mantra of Emperor Palpatine. This is the ultimate plan, as we have suspected all along. Moff Gideon is probably, if not definitely, working for Palpatine in some manner, or more specifically working for Thrawn directly under Thrawn, and Thrawn is working for Palpatine. All these things will be interconnected, hopefully, in the next shows that are coming throughout the years, and we will learn more as we go along. To compound that, Moff Gideon knew about Din Djarin's real name even back as Season 1, because he had the databases of all Mandalorians. He could access data that the Empire had occupied. We can safely assume that he served the Empire in full as well. Then it was Luke Skywalker, this Jedi that is now on his cruiser, who destroyed not only Darth Vader, but destroyed Emperor Palpatine as well. At least that was the legend that was spread around the galaxy once both Sith were destroyed and the Empire was now left in shambles. Even though the remnants tried to spew out propaganda, the real ones knew the truth. Moff Gideon knew perfectly well which Jedi was responsible for his Emperor's demise. And he knows that the light of the Jedi has slowly been taken out ever since Order 66. The only Jedi that he was aware of during the original trilogy, which we know he served during, was a newly emerging Jedi in Luke Skywalker. To Moff Gideon and his empire, during the reign of Emperor Palpatine, the rebellion, and their leader Luke Skywalker and Leia Organa, this was their largest threat in the galaxy. So it would make a lot of sense that Moff Gideon not only recognized Luke Skywalker at that moment when he was shaking in fear, but he knew what Luke was actually capable of. I would not blame you if you think how Moff Gideon would know such deep and secret things. Well, now that the Remnant is trying to get back, all these Imperials know much more than just your basic officers back during the Imperial times. During Imperial times, it was let known that many Imperials, if not all, did not know about the true origins of Emperor Palpatine. Many Imperials did not know that he was a Sith. Once the now modern Empire was destroyed, however, and the remnants were practically scattered, Moff Gideon was let into deep lore, knowing more about everything that had transpired behind the scenes, and this is confirmed with him experimenting with not only Grogu's blood, but those humans that we saw on the Navarro lab. Moff Gideon being so confident with Dr. Pershing in experimenting with Force-sensitive blood shows you that he knows more than just your typical Moff. Grand Moff Tarkin, for example, was very much aware of Anakin Skywalker being Darth Vader, and we are not sure if he knew about Palpatine himself, but that's not really important. What's important is that Tarkin did not really concern himself with experiments with Force-sensitive blood, with anything that Moff Gideon is now in charge of. So this shows you that the Imperials back then were not really preoccupied with such things. They were just running the Empire as efficiently as they knew how. Now this new remnant of the Empire knows much darker secrets that were previously let on, and it shows why Moff Gideon has an extensive knowledge of not only Force sensitivity, the Jedi, the ancient Jedi, the Sith, but now also the emerging Jedi and the new Jedi Order led by Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. And you can see visibly he is shaking when he saw on the monitors the Jedi approaching his bridge. He knew it was over at that moment. He just shot at Bo-Katan, tried to kill Grogu, and when everything failed, he tried to off himself. This Moff, with grand ambitions, was thinking now it was over. This is all because of Luke Skywalker. So, guys, talk to me down below in the comments. Let me know what you guys think as well. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up down below. Subscribe for dailies. Now you have an awesome day, Star Wars fans. I'll see you in the next video, and may the Force be with you. Until then.